Okay, Paul. Hey, it's Susie and Pete here, and thought we'd give you a quick kind of tour of the Jag since you're taking advantage of our delivery. So we're not going to be there to do, we like to do a walk around with customers so they kind of familiarize themselves with their new purchase. So we're just going to do kind of a quick walk around under hood, inside. By no means is this going to be as thorough as can be, but we're going to kind of just give you a basic rundown and try and help you the best we can. So under the hood we've got washer fluid fill right here on the right fender well. Coolant level, you've got a little sight gauge here. Power steering is right here. You just unscrew this. There's going to be a little dipstick there to tell you if it's full. This is the oil add. Again, Paul, this car was just serviced, so you don't have to worry about that for a while, but that's your oil add. This car does not have a dipstick, so you have to check it inside on the display, and we're going to show you that as well. We're going to leave it open because when we check it on the info display, the hood's got to be popped, so I'll just leave it open. So, Susie, you were kind of, if he had a dead battery, how would he jump it?
So you just need to open the trunk and then pull up this cover here.
And your battery's right there. Got the toolkit right here. If you have a flat tire in an emergency, that's kind of nice because a lot of cars today don't come with a spare, but this one does. And you actually have two batteries on this one. You have your main battery, and then you have your aux start battery there. So unfortunately, when it comes time to do batteries, you may have to do both of those, and that'll cost you a little bit more. But the nice thing is they tend to last a little bit longer when you have two like that. All right, we'll jump inside real quick.
Okay, so some things to show you on the key here. So lock button, obviously, for the vehicle. This is unlock. If you hit it once, it does the driver's door. If you hit it twice, it does all four doors, including the trunk and the gas door. This here is a courtesy lighting, so if you hit this, you're in a parking lot, you want some lights, it'll turn your headlights and your tail lights on for courtesy lighting. There's three ways to open your trunk. So one way is to push the button here. There's also another button here on the dash. I can show you that. It's located where your fog light button is. And then this here, while we're at it, is for the backlighting on the dash. And then the other way to do your trunk is there's a squeezy pad underneath where your rear license plate goes. And that'll also open your trunk as long as all four doors are unlocked.
Yeah, so you just hit the unlock. This is pretty typical of cars today. But you just hit the unlock twice, and that's going to unlock everything. And that's an important thing because we do get a lot of calls from people who cannot fill their car up and they can't figure out why they can't open the gas door. Well, it's because they've only unlocked the car on the driver's door, drove to the gas station, and haven't figured out that the lock is still locked on the gas door. So,
and then this final button is for the panic, and basically you would use that if you can't find your car in a parking lot. This will sound the horn and flash the lights and maybe help guide you to where you parked your car.
Yep.
And this car also has a mechanical key, so if your battery goes dead and you're unable to use the power locks, you just slide this Jaguar case off, and under here is your mechanical key. This just slides out and you can open the door with it that way, and then you just replace that cover back on the key by sliding it back on. To start the vehicle, the start-stop button's in a little different place than you'd expect it to be, so it's here on the dash. You just put your foot on the brake and hit this button until it starts.
Yeah, on the forward center console there.
It's got kind of cool vents there that come up automatically for you. So in terms of doing a walk around on the vehicle, this is your window switch. So your mirror switch is also on here, so you just choose left or right, and then it's up, down, side to side. Window switches, this is your child lockout, which is going to disable all of your window switches except the driver's window switch. And down here is your memory seat for the vehicle. So I believe it's going to memorize your steering wheel, your mirrors, and your seat. You have two people that you can set that memory for. In terms,
and to set that, they would
just get everything set. Yep, get everything set, hit the set button, and then 1 or 2, whichever setting you want to be yours. In terms of checking the oil, I'm going to turn the car back off. So in order to check the oil, you do have to have the hood popped.
So we've got the hood popped. The engine should not be running, but the car needs to be on. So you're going to do that by putting your feet flat on the floor. In other words, don't have your foot on the brake. And then go ahead and push the start stop. A little longer than that.
Yep.
And you're going to see the car is going to wake up. I'm going to turn the radio off here.
So it's essentially in the accessory position now. It would be like the second click on a normal ignition. So what you want to do is come over here to the turn signal stalk, and there's a little chrome button at the end, and it says trip. So you want to keep going through that trip computer until you see the oil level display come up. Now sometimes it'll say not available, see handbook. So what you want to do is on the cruise control here, you want to hit the cancel button twice, and it'll reset that and then reread it. So that shows your oil level is currently full, and so you're good to go on that.
So that's basically how you check the oil on a Jag XF. Other cars are kind of similar, but there's always a trick to them, like Susie just showed. So let's talk about the steering wheel buttons.
Okay, steering wheel buttons. This is your volume here, so an up down. This will be your stations on your radio. You can scroll through them there. This is the push to talk when you get your cell phone set up, and I'll show you how to set that up. And mode will change between AM, FM, XM, CD, your different choices there. Cruise control is over here. It does have paddle shifters back here if you want to manually shift it yourself.
Yep, so it's going to be up, down, and so forth, kind of when you have it in sport mode.
Your on your turn signal stalk is where your headlight switch is. So they're currently off. That's parking lights. Headlights on or automatic, which will turn them on as it sees fit, depending upon light availability. I will tell you that your fog lights will not turn on if you have it in automatic mode. If you want to turn your fogs on, then you manually have to turn your headlights back to headlights and then hit the fog light button. Your washer, this is all of your wiper here. So to wash them, just push the other chrome button in on this one. It'll wash your windshield for you. Your turns to adjust your steering wheel. There's a little button over here. So it is tilt and telescopic. So you would just move that like a little toggle switch up, down, side to side. Then you go over here. This screen is all touch screen. So if you want to,
I couldn't hear what you said.
If you want to set up your phone, you would just.
We got Siri trying to get involved here. We're gonna have to shut her down.
So this is my phone. So in order to set up your Bluetooth, go to your settings on your phone and hit Bluetooth, and then tell the car to search. This one, it really doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm just gonna pick that one. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom, and it's already found the vehicle. So you're just gonna click on Jag XF.
Again, this is pretty self-explanatory, pretty similar along the make and model range.
PIN number can be whatever you want. I'm just gonna pick 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not set in stone. It's specific to yours. Do you still want to add this device? Yes, I do. I'm gonna put in the same PIN I put in my car or in my phone. Hit OK. Oh, I think I probably took too long, so let me do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pair. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Sometimes you gotta be a little quicker on the draw. So you can add your contacts. I'm not going to do that. So that would be how you're gonna set it up. Then this changes to work like your phone. So you can dial your phone on the keypad here, or you can do it on your phone, or you can do it with the push to talk switch. You have quite a few ways to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up here. Lock and unlock for the vehicle. This eco button changes it, so if you come to a stop sign, it'll turn the car off until you let your foot off the brake, and then it'll restart the vehicle. Hazards, navigation, again, it's all touch screen. It's fairly user-friendly. Phone, we just went over that. Menu gets you back to that main screen where it kind of shows all of your choices. You can get in here, change your climate settings, your temperature, your heated steering wheel is here.
Show them how to set the clock, let's say.
Set the clock. Okay, so let me go to main menu, go to setup. go to system, and then clock adjust is here, and again it's all touch screen.
So it's pretty self-explanatory, just follow the prompts. So
pretty user-friendly. Another way you can set your temperatures, you can change warmer. They're independently, the driver can have it a little warmer.
Gives you the prompt on the screen.
Then cooler. The heated seats, again, you would push this button and then it's controlled again by up here on the screen, so you can make them hotter. There's 1 through 3, and each one can be controlled independently. This car, this is regular defrost as you're used to. This here, it has actually heating elements within the windshield, so it's a heated windshield. That turns that on. It's a much faster way to defrost your windshield than just your conventional defrost.
That's a great feature, Paul. In northern climates, that's one of the best. You don't have to wait for the car to warm up or anything. It works much like basically your rear defrost does, and it still has the conventional one in addition. So it's a great feature.
There's your rear defrost, and auto is for your climate. So you'd set your temperatures, hit auto. If you want to control the fan speed, you would just twist this dial here. It'll increase your fan speed or decrease your fan speed, however you want to do it. This is the power.
What I would do, just same as your house, set it at 72 or whatever, push the auto button. It takes care of everything for you.
This is your power and your volume for the radio. So again, you would just twist this to increase the volume on the radio. Or turn it down. If you don't want any sound, you just push that. If you want the screen off, if it's at night and it's glaring and it's bright, you can hit this. It blacks out the screen, so it's less glary.
Okay, let's talk about the shifter.
Okay, shifter. This pops up out of the dash. I don't know if you, or out of the console here. I don't know if you noticed it when we started the vehicle, but it pops up. So you just put your foot on the brake and it's a twist. So reverse, neutral.
There's your backup camera.
Neutral. And drive, and then S is a sport mode. So sport,
that's where you'd use your paddle shifters.
Yeah.
And this is snow mode down here, the one with the snowflake. So if you're going through deep snow, you may want to push this. This checkered flag, this is dynamic mode. So the dynamic mode, basically, what's it do?
It takes away some of the features of your traction control, although it doesn't turn the traction control off completely. It just tries to give you more freedom to have a little bit more fun.
Yeah, so if you're getting kind of sporty with it, it lets you get a little bit more out of control, shall we say, before the mom control kind of kicks in. This is going to be the traction control right there. You can turn it on or off. It's always on when you start it, but the button is to disable it. Sometimes that's helpful if you're stuck in snow, or if maybe you're wanting to play around, have a little bit more fun with the car. And the, what is that, ASL
is your automatic speed limiter. So it's another kind of fun control
button. You can
button.
program that, and I think the way this one works is it beeps at you when you set 80 in there and it beeps. So glove box button is here. There is no handbook, so that's kind of one of the reasons we're doing the walkthrough. And a lot of this stuff, the handbooks are all available online. So there's your aux and your USB and your 12 volt in there, and this is in the armrest. And you've got another 12 volt right there in the little cubby. Cup holders, you just push the little chrome there, and it just opens for you. So don't pry on it or anything. Just push the little chrome button. Okay, overhead console, what do we got there, Susie?
Okay, so this is the park distance control. So the sensors that are in the bumpers, if there's a pole behind you, it's going to start beeping and then it's going to go solid. If you want to disable that sound, you hit this button, it'll make that sound stop. These are your controls for the sunroof, which it's very cold today, so I'm not going to demonstrate, but it's a tilt and slide.
Yeah, and I would not play with that. A lot of people are not aware these sunroofs are made with a lot of plastic today, all the gears and cabling. So we typically do not advise anybody to open those in temperatures below about 35 degrees. The plastic's just too brittle, and if you get any ice in there or whatnot, it can be very, very expensive. So it's January here right now, Paul, and I know this is a new car or whatever, but I'll guarantee that thing works, but don't use it until April, I guess, up there in Wisconsin. So, oh, and here's your home link here. So that's kind of nice. You can program your garage doors to it. Basically what you do is you disable any programming on the opener, and you basically would select which button, hold that while you're holding the opener. Each garage door is a little different. You may have to Google your particular garage door and just follow the directions. So I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, by all means, you know how to get a hold of us. EuropeanMotorsIowa.com, 319-393-8496. If you have any questions whatsoever, I hope that you find this somewhat helpful. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.